No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
What you want, baby? Hey, what's up, girl? What you want?
There is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Okay. She wants to talk to me, man. Hey, guys, listen.
Why not speaking here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Sorry, guys. Look at that. Said she wants a little alone time. You know what I'm saying there? Excuse me. Don't mind if I
Perhaps
do.
I might accompany you.
What?
Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Why you being such a cock blocker, Alphalon? The fact that... No, why'd you agree to this?
Forgive me. There is one more thing.
What?
A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
I mean...
Let us begin, shall we?
Alright, let's do it. I'll start first.
Though I am usually the first...
Ardbert has a giant cock! He had a paladin and a mage, a bard, a white mage, always fighting by his side. He was incredible, believe me. By far the best of the best, believe me. But not only that, one day, I was in my inn, half naked, and he came into me. Wait a minute, that's not what I meant.
Impossible.
What the fuck? What is up, guys? We are back, and as you can see, I remembered to hit the recording button this time. That's right. Yeah, last time we were wrapping up patch 5.1 and I completely forgot to hit the record button. But let me just give you a recap as to what happened. We helped Chai Nuz become the mayor of Yulmore. That's right. After we helped him become the mayor, we went to Crystarium to talk to the Exarch, and the Exarch told us that the RSI crystal was not going to be good enough to help us return our friends back to our world. So now we have to find another thing. We have to find another way to bring him back. That won't be a problem. That's not gonna be a problem, believe me. We'll figure it out. After that, we met up with Tataru and Cryo, and Estinian came out of nowhere, and he started to tell us what happened over there at the Imperial Palace, and basically pretty much what we saw at patch 5.0, which is where Xenos came in and killed his father, regained his body, and whatnot. But we were able to fight as Estinian and destroy everybody that was inside the Imperial Palace, and they escaped. That's right, they escaped. They got out of there, dude. But that's not the last of it. Towards the end, at the end, we saw Ardbert in physical form, not in the light, not as a ghosty, as a physical being. That's right. And he seemed really sus, almost like a completely different person. Is he possessed? Is he the same guy? Is he a bad guy now? Is he our enemy? So many questions. So many. It just left me mind boggled yesterday. I didn't even know what to do. But today, we are beginning patch 5.2 MSQ. That's right, baby. That's right. But with that said, let us just jump straight into it, shall we? Yo, Cryo, what up, dude? I'm back. Hello, Arcavian. What a pleasant surprise. Likewise. If you come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing the corporal aether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exile to complete his work. If only we could go with you and to the first and help. I mean, I can tell the Exarch to summon you over there. We just don't know if he'd be able to make it back. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Who dat? Who goes there? Sorry, Dad. Arcavian. I have been far too long, my friend. True, it's been a while. Forgive me. I don't believe we have formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Ardbert, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. That's right.
Ah, yes. I have heard stories of the defector from Garlemald, but never mind that. You said you have urgent news?
Indeed. As we may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces has been recalled from the Gimlet Dock. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance is withdrawn, leaving the elegant resistance to keep watch over the border. Chee! And it is there that we have welcomed the most unexpected visitor, who claims that this de-escalation may believe growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Really, Dad? I don't know about that. We'll see. Commander Holden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions to attend us as well, though it was clear to whom he wished I'd extend this invitation.
It would seem time is of the essence.
That's right.
When you've not been attending this meeting alone, though I am not as well versed to the affairs of the city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all of this.
Aye. Yes, of course. Then we must make way for the Allegan Quarter, with all haste.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two!
The hell was that? Oh, somebody activated the shit. I see. I thought I fucking gained a power level. Commander Alden awaits us in the Royal Palace. If you would follow me. Okay, let's just lead the way, senor. Story time. Shh. Damn, dude, it's been a while, dude. What up, dude? Hey, my man. Hey, what up, dude? Oh, Gaius is here too. Shut it.
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury.
Sorry.
I trust you two require no introduction.
That's right, I know who that is.
We meet again.
I noticed that sit on the forehead anywhere. Why am I pissed off at Gaius? I don't remember what I did.
Ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
I thought the last time we met, he told us that he was cool. Why am I still mad at him?
To do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
That's right, Arcavian. Wake the fuck up! Stop being a bitch! Put it to your side, dude. Come on. He's a changed man.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
Nice. Good job. You guys did very well. I approve.
Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight.
Yeah, that shit was
But to
easy.
me, his description seemed anything but. And upon further investigation, I found that I was right.
It was an easy ass boss, dude. It wasn't even, bro. It wasn't even a boss, dude. It was like some. It was just a mob, dude. It was fucking.
The Empire is developing a
Got
new
wrecked.
Ultima weapon.
What, that Allegan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing.
What?
But you know as well
GG's.
as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets. And that should have been the end of it. But
Bro,
unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit. Primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
I'm glad he said 7 because I would have said 5th for 1. And 2, I keep noticing myself to look over to make sure I'm recording. I think that gave me PTSD. I think yes, I'm having like I think what happened yesterday fucked with my mind so bad. Like now I'm constantly looking over at the record button to make sure I'm recording. Like damn, bro, that shit fucked me up bad.
Wait, the seventh was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The seventh, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandarnus, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery.
Ha!
What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
What? What?
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope.
Well, damn, sounds like we got shit to do.
I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you and you alone have faced the Ultima weapon and emerged victorious.
I mean,
I need you.
I mean, I know you need me, but sure, I guess.
And so,
I guess I
when
hope.
the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
Sup, bitch?
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
We'll get it done. Or I'll get it done. Yeah, because you're probably not going to be
I
as
too
helpful
shall
as
make for the
I
border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Alright. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I'll see you
We
soon.
can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon. Our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Well, if I have to choose between my friends or you guys, I'm choosing my friends. Like, fuck y'all. You'll figure something else out, right? You'll figure something else out. Priorities. I must save Istola. I must save my queen. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threats of the new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grow ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before you returning to the first. I can do that. I take it you're ready to return to the first? Then I would ask that you apprise the others of recent events here in the source, namely Xeno's return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may ensure that Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporal Aether stable. Safe travels, Arcavian. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Bye! Try not to die while I'm gone. Alright, and now we go back. Wait, holy shit, we're about to turn in the second quest already? What? Is this patch just gonna fly by? There's no shot. There's no shot? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yo, Diamond Hands! I'm back, dude! You come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and the means to return to the Scion's home. I trust you have been making good use of your time. Look, the Ultima weapon is attacking my fucking hometown there. Ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others that we might have an apprised of the situation. Guys, is that you? Hello? Still Thancred and Reen aren't with us, dude? Wow, bro. Look at where their priorities lie. Shee!
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
I just told you, bro! There's a giant Ultima dinosaur-looking thing that's gonna attack us and kill everybody, dude.
A new Ultima weapon?
Yeah, that's right.
We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern.
That's right.
With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Well, how you gonna do it, dude? Oh, shit, the Exarch found a plan.
Then
What are you
let us
gonna do?
address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion.
Is that
Thanks in
so?
large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Wait, that's not our side, is it?
To create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one.
Wait, how'd you do trial and error? Whose soul did you trap into that? Were you doing it to rats?
For soul and mind both, that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
It looks kind of like a giant butt plug.
However
what?
However?
However what?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
Okay.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel.
This is getting sketch. This is getting sketch.
That the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
as well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I mean, this place is filled with like magicians and shit. Like, he's a mage, right? Why can't he just conjure up or duplicate his blood cells, huh? Why can't he do that, huh? He cuts himself a little bit, like on his fingy. Just cuts it like a diabetic shot or whatever, just right there in his fingy, right? And he takes the blood and then he duplicates it, and then there it is, easy clap, GG's.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found.
It fucking better be, dude!
Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
That's your only job right now, dude. You better be able to, dude. You better. That's it. I believe you can do it. You can't do it.
My apologies.
Excuse me, we're having a meeting here.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
What you want, baby? Hey, what's up, girl? What you want?
There's no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Okay. She wants to talk to me, man. Hey, guys, listen.
Why not speaking here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Sorry, guys. What can I say? She wants a little alone time, you know what I'm saying there. Excuse me. Don't mind if I do.
I might accompany you.
What?
Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Why you being such a cock blocker, Alphanol? The fact that... No, why'd you agree to this? I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be a good step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak to Lena? I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, but you're gonna fucking come along with me anyways, huh? Fucking piece of crap. Cock blocking motherfucker. Sorry, Lena. Alphinaud wanted to join. My apologies. I told him I wanted to be just us, but nah, he had to come.
We have little time, so I will be brief. A Seed Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it.
What?
A Seed Eater. I have heard some few yet remain after the night to return, but perhaps we should call the others. That would not be necessary. It is only a single Seed Eater. A simple task for our god, I think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be the valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to the complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example.
Fine. Fine then. Let's get it done.
Excellent. Then let us make for full job.
I'll be there in a jiffy. Huh. Sup, players?
You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though, only in passing. Long have they waited for the opportunity to fight at your side.
They all look the same to me. They all wear the same armor. I was at death's door that day after the city was attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through and I wouldn't have been able to be alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to.
I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Seed Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down for that day forward.
You better not.
A pleasure to meet you, sir. Truly it seems that like only yesterday I watched as you took flight, astride an Amaro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Umorian soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side. We will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland.
Wow, sounds like a mighty fine team you have there, Lena.
We seem to be missing one.
A soldier that's late? Oh, hell no. Wait, why does he look familiar?
My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to the cleared Met. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honor the guests.
What, is this the guy that... No, this isn't the guy that was sad after the war and spoke to me in the end right before I spoke to Thancred, right? It's a different guy. It won't happen again. The name's Taylor. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. Oh, it is him! It is him! Holy shit! I asked that you deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to him. Don't give up. Don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the knight's return shortly before he passed. He left to this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. That's right, dude. That's right, dude. We'll get it done.
Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts of the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us keep them waiting.
Oh, sorry, let us not keep them waiting. But I like the first one better. Let's keep them waiting, dude. Let's just be fast to be late. They're soldiers. I'll meet them when I'm good and ready, right? Not when they're good and ready, dude. Fuck them. I'll be important one of this story, damn it. What is that? Oh, is that the Soul Eater? Wait, they killed it without me being helpful? What? You didn't even need me!
Did you slay this Eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
That's right! Who's gonna get the backhand?
It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
It was Thancred. 100% it was Thancred.
By himself. Certainly it is no Light Warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
It was fucking Ardbert, dude!
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know.
That's right!
Oh, no.
Pay me my respect, bitch! Kiss my shoes now! Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
That's right! Shoo now!
I had hoped to fight at your side today, but I'll continue to follow your example. and may we meet again.
One day we'll fight together. And hopefully you don't die that same day, because that would be kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias.
I'm wondering.
But that is neither here nor
So,
there. I thank you for accompanying me.
is Ardbert from like a different dimension? Like, you know how there's like 10 or 12 or 14 whatever different dimensions or worlds or whatever, because it was split between the Zodiac and Heidelin. Does somehow Ardbert get transferred to this world or make it to this world by mistake or some shit? Like, how the fuck is he here?
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
What proposal?
Forgive me. There is one more thing.
What?
A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
I mean...
Take your time.
Alphino!
I shall go on ahead.
Shoo, Alphino! Go ahead! What is it, what is it you want to talk to me about, huh?
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
What? Why bring him into this?
Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time.
Well, yeah, because he's old as fuck.
But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
You tried to open a letter with a salmon fillet? What? How the fuck does that even... How the fuck does that even happen?
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice.
What is it?
Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details
Honestly?
of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy.
Honestly, it might sound weird, but I think it's because of me. I think it's because of me and our friends and shit. It like brought like some kind of spark or like life back to the Exarch.
It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there.
Or that too.
Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past. Remind him of all the pain that came before.
Aw. Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be. That's right.
Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work.
What bro, leave him alone!
Important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
You're not his doctor! Stop! Leave Diamond Hands alone! Yo! The others were quite shocked to hear of what we found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there was a proposal I should like to make. And what that? I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes as them as Sin Eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. Now, I don't think it's going to be that bad. If the people of Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. Okay, if that's what you feel like we should do. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades.
To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I am not surprised to see their roles distorted with them painted as villains.
Well, I mean, everywhere you go, you're gonna have people that dislike you, and people that like you, so, like, it's inevitable. Were it not for the record store with the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name, and those early days followed the flood.
Considering all the good that they have done, I find it wonder that they needed defending at all. They brought justice to the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Ardbert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as the Seeders is absurd.
I know it is super fucked. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. Damn, that's fucking sucks. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate.
At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change the lot.
Thanks to all of you, however, this lot has changed, and now that they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed that it was Ardbert who helped you overcome MSQ, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with the select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. I agree. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphanar's plan. We call together the people of Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. I bet. I'll make sure I tell everybody that he was an amazing warrior, that he helped me, that he's got a giant cock. I'll tell them everything to make sure he's got the biggest and bestest story ever. He deserves it. Well, what say you, Octavian? I just said what I was gonna do. Were you not listening, Alpha? Then we're all of one mind on the matter. Good. Exarch, might I ask you to continue working the Beck-Luke on our means to returning home? The rest of us will see gathering for the people of Crystarium and the Exedra. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Alright? Well, let's get it done. I'ma go and tell everyone, everybody, what's gonna happen. What? Wrong door. Wrong door again. Fuck! What's up, Chesamil?
Octavian, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines.
Wow, dude. Imagine wanting people to get hurt, dude. Wow, incredible. Who would have thought?
I jest. Of course, it's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again.
Yeah, it better be a fucking joke. I'd report your ass to the authorities.
The truth about the Warriors of Light? But the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more of the tale, I'd very much like to hear it.
Alright, well, that's one. Yo, Broggy! What up, dude? Come to browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need. Whatever it may be, under Yulmo's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that the fellow from Daedalus Stonework has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all Norvrand reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? I see. The Exarchs did mention that they had something to do with your returning. The Knights of Norvrand. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Okay, that's dose. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask that you be brief. With the night return, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. Well, shit, dude. Listen, do I have a story for you? The Warrior of Light, yes? The Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Bro, I'm telling, there's a lot more than that, dude. Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Yay! Excuse me! Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grendel not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter was far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place.
I know, it's fucking crazy, right? It's insane, dude.
I'm sorry, you mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears.
See, that's 4. Uno más. No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such negative light. There's gotta be one. Look at all these books, dude. This is his giant porn collection. Look at that. Wow. Oh, okay, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our respiratory lacks for the knowledge that they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the Flood, of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than the sinners, abominations, worthy only of scorn and resentment. Well, do I have news for you? I know where they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light? Of the Flood? How wonderful. You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and if you may be assured, I will not come alone. Alright. Well, I hope to see you there soon, kid. Yo! Alphina Oriage, my queen! I gathered all the peeps, and they're coming here soon. There you are. Between the 4 of us, I dare say we swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. Holy shit, that's a lot more than 5 people. What the fuck? Hi!
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we?
Alright, let's do it. I'll start first.
Though I am usually the first.
Ardbert has a giant cock!
On this occasion, that honor should fall to you.
Sorry.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
That's right. I'm the bestest in this situation. Shut up now! I speak! Listen. Listen, people. Ardbert isn't as bad as you think. He went over there and he used to ride a giant cock. Believe it or not, it was the biggest cock anybody's ever seen. He is the greatest and one of the greatest warriors ever to exist. He had a paladin and a mage, a bard, a white mage, always fighting by his side. He was incredible, believe me. By far the best of the best, believe me. But not only that, one day, I was in my inn, half naked, and he came into me. Wait a minute, that's not what I meant. He came to me in a dream. He told me and he showed me the size of his cock. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sure, he may have caused the flood, but he's not a bad guy.
The Warriors of Light did all that?
That's right, dude. That's right. Not the coming inside me. That was... I misspoke. That was supposed to be between us.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
That's right. That's right.
Everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too. In the end. They saved us. And we cursed their name.
That's right, you did, bro. That's right, you did. Fucking pieces of crap, all of you. All of you, that's right.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air. Impossible.
What the fuck? You can see him too?
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay. Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
Yeah! too!
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
Yeah, my fucking mouth damn near hit the damn table too! I just spit everywhere out of excitement.
That it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time, though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may.
Does he have his memory though?
People of the Crystarium, I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Man, yeah, man, I'm confused too, dude.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world.
You snitch!
And the day will come when he must return to his home.
Okay, yeah, he's right. I do gotta go home. I can't be here forever. He's right. He's totally right. He's right. He spilled the beans, but I mean...
This land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it.
That's right.
The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
That's right, dude. Tell him, Ardbert. Tell him.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former.
Damn, dude. Bro, I fucking love Ardbert.
Do the same.
Holy shit.
All you need is the will to help your fellow man. And the resolve to see it through.
So I take it he does still have his memory. That's sick. So it's Ardbert himself. It's the good guy. It's the guy we love. It's fucking... Can I give him a hug? Let me give him a hug.
Did we learn of Ardbert's fate? And by thy countenance, I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired under the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
But I want to see Ardbert, Dad. I want to give him a hug, Dad. Please. Damn. Damn.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first.
That's right.
I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
I mean, the game's called Final Fantasy, right? It's a fantasy world. There's dragons, machina, fucking primals, cat girls, bunny girls. Anything's possible at this point. It looks like him, sounds like him, but it isn't him. What? What? What do you mean?
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
What does...
To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Wait, so then who the fuck is that?
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not.
Okay, I'm confused again.
There is but one plausible explanation.
Is it Emmett Selk? There's no shot. There's no shot. Please don't say it is him.
He is an Ascian.
What?
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Bro, this is getting so twisted, bro. Holy shit. I was wondering where this dude was at. Out of the other Ascians that we've talked about, of the ones who summoned Zodiark, we saw all of them, and Elidibus was never mentioned.
That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emet-Selch's failure here in the First, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Well, shit.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
Huh.
And they have gained much by it. Emet-Selch single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
This whole shit's fucking weird, dude.
Holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Is he trying to create soul leaders? Convincing that everybody can be a warrior of light?
Hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary.
What'd you see?
I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Okay.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people.
So we assassinate him in his sleep!
I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
Bro, this is so fucked up and so, like, disrespectful for Elidibus to be using Ardbert's body and potentially taint his story even further. Like, this is so fucked up on so many levels.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
I think we should pretend to befriend him. Pretend like he's the old Ardbert and he's on our side.
Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind. And I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
I bet. Well, shit. Guys, so far, this patch is insane. So many twists, is fucking crazy. Ardbert is back, but I knew he was fucking possessed. I knew it from the beginning. He seemed so weird, so odd, like a completely different person. But then I got debated when I saw him in town. I thought he was the real Ardbert. But Arcavian, this sexy son of a bitch here, he knew. He knew that Ardbert was not the real Ardbert. But you know what? We're gonna find out what's he up to. We're gonna spy on his ass, and if it comes to it, we're gonna go in there and we're going to clap his cheeks. That's right. But unfortunately, we're gonna call it here. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get notified when I post future content. And with all that said, guys, I will catch you all next time on the flip side. Peace.